As stated earlier, listeners, I fell over and tripped and did a barrel roll, basically. I scraped my kneecap and put a hole in my pants. Not really what I was looking forward to do for today, but you know what? It's a new day, try something new, I guess. Not really what I wanted new, to say the least, but you know what? I think I'll take it. Hmm. Maybe I shouldn't have been running. Well, it's a bit too late for that anyways. Let's get into the next track right now. This is Student Demonstration Time by the Beach Boys. And we are back, listeners. It is 12:31 right now. Before we get into the next two tracks, we're listening to some Miles Davis. Then we're going to switch into some Brian Eno and David Byrne. So a bit more of an artistic mix here for today. My kneecap still hurts a little bit because I kind of slipped and fell on it earlier. And I lost my coffee. Not so happy about that. Although, I did have a good cheese Danish earlier. So maybe today isn't a total loss. Maybe I should have had my 2 cups of yogurt this morning. I kind of skipped over breakfast this morning. I kind of just like woke up, took a quick shower, and got dressed and went out the door. Not a lot of time for thinking. Anyways, let's get into music right now. We're going to listen to Miles Davis. I do like this period of Miles Davis, the more electrical jazz era. So we're going to be listening to Black Satan from his album On the Corner. I think it was his more freestyle, the free jazz era. I really like this era. I need to collect more of this. And I still want to get this album. Not really on vinyl, but I do want to get the CD just for like the expanded edition because there's like a whole box set or whatever. That'd be kind of cool to have. Anyways, let's get into the track right now. This is Miles Davis. And that was Regiment by Brian Eno and David Byrne off their 80s album, My Life in the Bush of Ghosts. Oh, it's kind of like a side project they had when they were like trying to work together. David Byrne was still part of Talking Heads. And Brian Eno was already working on this more ambient noise, so it's kind of like this weird collaboration album. The albums are great in general. And then the first album you heard was On the Corner by Miles Davis. Surprisingly, very unpopular when it came out. When it first came out, listeners and critics hated it. They said it was too safe, or it was just too out there. Now it's regarded as like a testament of his, electrical era. I guess more critics were more into the more classic, slow, or a bit more calm sounding jazz, so they weren't really used to like, okay, something a bit louder, something a bit more out there. Me personally, I love it. I'm a big fan of electrical jazz, free jazz. I mean, I have a couple of those albums in my collection, so yeah. Like I was saying, I do want to get this album on CD because I know I talk about buying vinyl. I know, but like CD, you have a nice sound. And it also really depends. Like some vinyl, if you get like older vinyl, before it's like when it was more mass produced, the sound quality wasn't really the best. CD's always been like 16-bit quality, so you get CD quality. And obviously now in some CDs you get 24 bits, where that be 96 kilobits or 192 kilobits per second. I personally more prefer 96 kilobits per second because that's the highest I can really play on my system, which I guess for more like high-end or hardcore audio fans to be like, why do you not want to do 192? Well, let's be honest, look into your collection. How much of 24-bit 192 kilobits per second music do you have? Not that much. You probably have maybe like, I have a big collection, less than 100, which is still a lot, but like most people will be happy with just 24-bit quality, or even just 16-bit quality if you're just coming off basic streaming services as Apple Music or Spotify. I need to organize my CD collection again. It's been a minute since I've done that. It's kind of hard to do that when you have like close to 400 CDs just kind of like laid all over the place in your garage. Maybe I'll do that during the break. Sorry about it be Thanksgiving, and I still gotta go to class that day, or Thanksgiving Eve. So, not what I wanted, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Anyways, listeners, get to the next track. Right now, we'll be listening to AM 180 by Granddaddy. Then the final track of the day, we'll be listening to Here Comes More Perils from the Sea. So, yeah, let's get into it right now, actually. And we are back, listener. It is 12:57 in the afternoon. About to finish this episode up. As always, this week's playlist will be available on Spotify and Apple Music. You can find them by following me on Instagram, watchford.jpeg. We played a total of 10 tracks for today, so pretty good. Final thoughts of the day before I go. Diet soda, it gets a bad rep. You know what I'm saying? Because I drink that a lot. Maybe a bit too much. My girlfriend says I might go a bit too much because sometimes I go to Sam's Club and I buy two 36 packs. And my family and I will drink most of the time, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks at max. Maybe I should really cut back on it. But then again, it's like, I can't really give up my Coke Zero. Although I do like the diet ginger ale soda. That's good. That's really good soda. Anyways, listeners, I'm going to wrap it up for this week. Guys, remember, you're listening to Vaquero Radio, the Valley's only student station. And I am going to probably go find a bandage right now for my knee because it still hurts a little bit. Because I slipped and fell and dropped the rest of my coffee. That was not fun. Anyways, I'll be with y'all in the future. Bye-bye.